Hi, I'm Alex Stutchbury and welcome to Art Class, a series of videos teaching you the key skills needed to create great art. Today I'm going to show you how to draw the basic proportions of a human figure. Here are the objectives.
Can I draw a human figure in proportion? And do I know where to make adjustments to the proportions when drawing a female figure?
First I'm going to show you how to draw a standard figure facing forward and some little tips and tricks to help you scale each of the body parts effectively.
So to draw a basic standing man, draw a vertical line and divide it into 8 equal sections. Then draw a basic oval shape fitting each section. The top section will be where the head goes, and make sure when you draw the head, the top of the head and the chin fit that whole section. Next, we'll draw the width of the shoulders. So draw a line the same length of 2 head shapes on their sides, and that will be the generic width, and then draw the neck straight down and then angling out towards those top edges. The width of the waist will be 2 heads wide, but not on their side, so more vertical, and then the body will narrow down into that width waist size. To draw arms, they will hang down below halfway. You can also work out where the chest is, the navel being 3 heads down. To draw hands and arms, you can use very faint ovals to work out the basic shapes of the muscles within the arm, and then draw around them, narrowing where your elbows and wrists are. You can obviously vary these if you want someone to look more muscular, or if someone has thinner limbs. And then the chest area will hang down potentially slightly, and if you want to put stomach muscles, they would be over that section. For the legs, the knees will be halfway down these bottom 4 sections. You can draw little circles either side of the main central line, and the muscles would narrow down towards those circles. Feet will obviously stand right at the bottom, and you'd want to draw the calf muscles in and then narrow down towards where the ankles would touch on that central line. So the legs narrow before the feet then spread out to create balance at the bottom. And finally, muscle around the hip joints. So to recap, one head at the top is the skull itself. The chest and shoulders sit above that second line down. The navel is where the third head would stop. The groin and hip area is halfway down the body. So always remember the legs are the same length as the upper torso and head combined. And the knees sit halfway down that second half of the body and narrow towards the feet at the bottom. Variations for female figures. So there are slight variations to that basic drawing, the main ones being that the shoulders may be narrower, hips will be slightly wider, and feet might be slightly smaller and less spread out.
Now I'm going to quickly show you how to draw a human figure standing side on, because there are some variations using the centre of gravity line that you need to pay attention to.
So to draw a figure side on view, divide a line into 80 equal sections again, but make sure you can see the centre line clearly. That's the centre of gravity line. Now when you're drawing the shoulders, make sure you put only one head wide on its side. That's the width. And when you're drawing the head, make sure the cranium tilts back slightly at the top. Now, a shoulder will start just behind the centre of gravity line, but a relaxed arm will hang down and lean slightly forward. So the elbow will be pretty much on the middle, and then the hand would actually be slightly in front of that centre of gravity line. When you're drawing the hips, again, do one head width on its side and narrow the body into that. For the legs, the knees will be fairly central on the centre of gravity line, but the calf and ankles will be behind that line. Obviously, with the feet then sticking out forward, it balances up the rest of the figure. And there will be slight variations with how far the back arches in and how far the chest sticks out, depending on the figure you're drawing. One final bit, for balance, the ear will be on or just behind the centre of gravity line too. Obviously, different physiques people will vary your drawing considerably, but if they're standing up straight, these rules should be abided. But the centre of gravity line is key, and just to remember, ears behind the line, resting hands in front, and calves and ankles behind. That will keep the body looking straight and in proportion.
So there you have it. I hope these help, and when obviously you're drawing human figures in action poses, things will vary, distorted with perspective. So have a look carefully at the images you're working from, but the basic proportions will always remain the same. So follow those guidelines and wind back if you need to have a look at them again. I hope these help. My name is Alex Stutchbury. Goodbye.